So hi guys, you're welcome to class today. So this is EDU-SOLUTION. This is what we do here. We provide answers to every of your questions. So without wasting time, let's go to the class. So now we are having physics equation of uniformly accelerated motion. You will remember why you were in SS1 when the topic of motion was introduced to you. You possibly have been taught that acceleration is simply the rate of change of velocity with time. So that means we are having, if there is a change of velocity, that means we are having initial velocity and final velocity. So I also like to remind you that when that topic was introduced, so we have this formula to represent what we are talking about, which is simply A is equal to V minus U over T. So you know this basic formula before now. So it is from this formula we are now going to bring out all of the equations we are going to be using to solve generally in mechanics in physics. So we are having from here, I will try to cross multiply. I will be very basic so that you understand. So we'll cross multiply from here. So we're having that A, this multiply this A, T, and then we'll have V minus U. We'll have to make V such the formula from here, and then we'll finally have that V is equal to, we are having, this becomes a plus because it's crossing to the other side. So we're having U plus AT. It's just like, let me do it here. We're having that AT is equal to V minus U. So if I have this AT, if I make this sort of formula, I'm going to be having that AT. This minus U will come this way. We are having a plus U and then equal to V, which is same thing as what we are having here. So this is our first equation of motion. Okay, I hope you get that correctly now. So let's go to the next one. Now, you will also remember that in uniform acceleration, average velocity can be given as this is equal to U plus V over 2. So average velocity can be represented with this. So, and also, we know originally that our average velocity is this, which is a displacement over time. So if I'm having this, let me call this equation star, and then I'll call this equation star star. So if I'm having something like this, if I equate this one and this one together, we are going to get a different equation entirely. So that means I am now having, I have equating star and star. We are having that U plus V over 2 is equal to S over T. So if we cross multiply from here, what we are going to be having is, so if we cross multiply from here, we are going to be having that 2S is equal to V plus U over, times T. So I just cross multiply. I have T times this, I have what I have in this place, and then this times this. So at the end, we make S so that the formula have S is equal to V plus U times T over 2. So this is the second equation. This is the first one. This is the second one. Okay? And then from here, we can generate, the reason why I'm doing this is because in WAEC or NECO, most times, because ordinarily I would have given you the end equation, which we are going to be using to solve. But sometimes in WAEC or NECO, they can ask you to show, maybe question about 9a, they can say show that this is equal to this. So that means they want to see all of your workings. So this is the reason why I'm doing this. Ordinarily, I would have just given you the equation that we need, and then we'll begin to solve. So having gotten this equation 2, so this is what we're going to do. So we are going to substitute this equation 1 into this 2. So if we put this one into this, we are going to get the third equation. So let's go. Put equation 1 into equation 2. So we have x is equal to, instead of having v, I will put this equation 1, which is u plus at. That is for this one. We are using to represent this, and then we have a plus, and then we have a u. So don't forget there is a t at the back. So all divided by 2. So that we now have that s is equal to u plus u is giving us what? 2u, and then we have plus at, and then we have times t over 2. So I hope you are getting it. Okay. Now we'll continue again. We have s is equal to Now, I hope you know that this equation here, I can write it as 2u over 2 plus at over 2 then times t. I hope you know that they are the same thing. So that from here, 2 we cancel 2 and then we have s is equal to have u plus this is the same thing as writing half and then we have t. So if I finally open my use this t to open the bracket, I'll have that s is equal to u plus half at. Because of this, sorry, there's a t here coming. I'm sorry for that. I'm opening the bracket. T times this, I have ut and then plus, so t times this one, we're having half at squared. So this is the third equation of motion. So this is the first one, this is the second one, and then this is the third one. Now to get the last one, this is what we do. So you see this first equation here, I think let me rewrite it. It was once like this. So let me rewrite this equation. So we are having that a is equal to v minus u over t. So from here, if I make t sort of formula, of course, you already know how to do that. All we just need to do is to cross multiply. We have at is equal to v minus u. So we make t sort of formula. We have t is equal to v minus u over a. So possibly let me call this equation hash. So if I put this equation hash into this equation 2, we will get the last one that we are looking for. So I'm having put equation hash into equation 2. So I'm having now s is equal to v. I just want to rewrite plus u over 2 and then times t. So this. So now anywhere I see this t, I will put this expression there. So we're having s. Are you following? So we have s is equal to v plus u over 2. Instead of writing this t, I will put this expression. So I'll have now, let me put this in bracket, times, and then t will have v, that's this, minus u over a. So we are done. All we just need to do is to finish up the word. So we are having that s is equal to, from here, v times v is what? V squared. And then v times minus u is minus uv. And then plus u times this is what? Plus uv. And then u times minus, of course, you know minus and plus is going to give us a minus. And then u times u is what? U squared. And then 2 times a is what? 2a. So we are finally having s is equal to v squared. This is going to cancel this because this is minus uv and this is plus uv. So we now have u squared over 2a. Okay, so from here, if we cross multiply at the end, we're having 2as is equal to v squared minus u squared. This is what we're having now. So if we cross multiply, s times this, we have 2as, and then we have 1 multiply this, we're having all of them again. So I want to make v squared sort of formula. All we just need to do is to collect items, 2ax, and then we have that this minus u will come to this place, becomes plus u squared, yes, equal to v squared, which is same thing as v squared is equal to u squared plus 2ax. So this is the fourth one. So the first one, I think I've cleaned that part. So this equation 1, 2, 3, 4 is what we use generally in physics to solve any question that involves mechanics, as long as it relates to it. So let me just, in summary, let me bring all of them together. So I'm having the first one. So the first one says that v is equal to u plus at. The second one says that s is equal to u plus v over 2 times t. The third one says that s is equal to ut plus half at squared. And the last one, which is this, is v squared is equal to u squared plus 2as. So these are the equations we use to solve for questions in physics as relating to mechanics. So meanwhile, in your exams or in any course, you may come across some questions where some teachers may attach minus sign to this place, minus sign to this place and minus sign to this place. The reason being that is depending on the direction of motion of that object. Okay, so that if an object is going upward, is acting against the direction of the force of gravity. This is the reason why they always tell you that anything that goes up will come down, because there is a force of gravity that is pulling it down. So of course you have known before now that since the force of gravity is going down, so anything going in the same direction of the force of gravity is taking the sign plus. So if you have any question, maybe they say a mango fruit is falling from, do you get it? So that means since the mango fruit is coming down is falling down, and the force of gravity is coming down, they are going same direction, we will use plus. So I am putting plus and minus here. I am not telling you that when you want to solve, you should put the two of them there. So I am trying to tell you when to use plus or when to use minus. So if they tell you that the thing was falling from a certain height, so since it's going down ordinarily, so and the force of gravity is also acting down, so we'll use plus. But if they tell you maybe a boy fired a catapult, so that means the thing is going up and the force of gravity is coming down, so they are opposite, we'll use minus. So this is when we will not use minus. So you have to be very careful of the question before you know the sign to use. That is when it involves a vertical motion. But if it's on a horizontal path, the body was once moving. Let's assume a car was once moving. So of course, if maybe the driver was, I think I saw one question in WAEC where they said that a driver was moving at a certain speed. He suddenly sees a goat at a certain distance that was about to cross the road. So you have to hit hard on his brake to have a maximum retardation. So such questions, since there is no retardation, which is same thing as deceleration, which is opposite of acceleration, we will use minus, not plus again, because it's what? Opposite of acceleration. It's only when it has to do with acceleration we use plus. I'm talking about on the horizontal plane. So that's when we use plus. But if it's retardation or deceleration, which both of them are the same thing, and they are both opposite of acceleration, we use what? Minus. So if you have any question, just go to the comment section, ask me any question, and I'm here to answer you. Thank you for now. We'll meet next time.